Hey nerd family, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Google Pixel 6 Pro as well as the free Pixel Buds that came with the pre-order here. Now this is my wife's Pixel 6 Pro because unfortunately mine is still kind of lost in translation. I got an email saying that it's been delayed and they apologized, and I still haven't figured out exactly what's going on with it yet, so mine is going to be coming a bit later. I did choose the 256 gig model. It told me when I ordered it that it was going to arrive before hers, and then everything just kind of fell apart and hers arrived before mine. It was supposed to arrive yesterday, and FedEx sent me an email saying that unfortunately it was delayed and it showed up here today. So at the time of filming this, it is October 29th of 2021, but boy did Google drop the ball. Alright guys, before we get into all of it, I'm going to go ahead and roll that intro and I'll see you back here in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and staying healthy. If you haven't already, head over to thenerdcircle.com, make sure to check it out. Also, make sure you're following along on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Nerd Circle. Sometimes we're going to go ahead and post things over there if it's not quite time to make a video for it just yet, so you don't want to miss out. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that way you don't miss any of the new content to come out. Alright guys, so we're going to try to just do a semi-quick unboxing here. We'll most likely turn the phone on and just kind of jump into it real quick, but there will be a further review to come in the future, so make sure you check out for the future. I'd say probably give us about a month or so to really test the device, but I'm probably going to be posting things over on social media as we really kind of put it through its paces, so make sure you follow along on social media to be able to kind of see the behind the scenes in between as we before we make the review video. But Google has certainly dropped the ball on this one. I don't understand, what happened as far as, Google being a pretty big company. This isn't their first phone that they've put out there. And if you guys were involved during the pre-order process, we tried to order right away as soon as the order went live, and there was all sorts of website issues. The website kept going down. It kept saying they were out of stock. I assume that they every 30 minutes or so they kept putting more stock up there because you would kind of keep refreshing and you'd see the stock all of a sudden come back, but by the time you put it into your cart it'd be gone again. So it was quite the hassle. As I said, we ordered 2 Pixel Pro phones, one for her at the 128 gig, and she got the what do they call it again, Sorta Sunny. And I did go with the white variant, and I got the 256, but unfortunately I wasn't able to order them both in the same transaction because one of them kept going out of stock. So I had to order one of them first and then place a second order for the other one, and that was probably 3 hours later, but I was sitting at the computer the whole time just kind of refreshing and waiting for it to come in stock, quickly typing everything in, putting the credit card in and hitting send. And finally, after probably about an 8-hour experience, I finally got both of them to go through. So I was glad to see that. It did tell me that mine was going to arrive on the either the 27th or the 28th of October here, so I was going to get it just in time for the actual launch. Well, then hers told me it was going to be a week after mine. I forgot the exact date that they told me, but it was supposed to be a week after mine. After the couple days after the orders had went through, I got an email saying that hers was going to be arriving on the 28th, and I said, okay, cool. Never got anything from mine. Well, then 28th comes and goes, and FedEx sent me an email saying that there's a delay in the shipment and it's not going to be here till the 29th, which is of course today. So here we are sitting here with hers, and I got an email from Google, I think it was yesterday or sometime today, that said that there's a delay with mine and it hasn't shipped yet and they're looking into it, and that's really all I know. So I'm just hoping that mine gets here sooner rather than later because I really do want to get into the new phone. But today, we're going to at least go ahead and open hers up, take a look at it, see what we think. I did watch some other reviews from some of the big reviewers out there, like MKBHD. He got his a couple weeks ago, of course, but he said it does fall a bit short, so I'm really hoping that I have a different experience, but I guess time will tell. let's go ahead and just kind of jump into it here. Now, as you guys notice, the box is very thin because just like all the other phones, I think Apple started it, they're not putting the bricks in there anymore, so you do have to purchase your brick separately if you want to be able to get the extra power that it can handle. Otherwise, just use your brick from your last Pixel. It just most likely won't charge it as fast. And you know, on one side you got the Pixel 6 Pro, the other side you got Google. On the bottom, of course, you're just going to have all your information for the actual device itself here. And then on the back, you got your hashtag Team Pixel and just a little more information about the actual device, the color, the size, the millimeter wave, you know, all the different specs that you would care about there. So we're going to go ahead and peel this open. Okay, and let's lift the lid here. When you lift the lid, this is what you're going to get. We're going to set the phone aside for just a second, see what else we got in here. So inside, under the phone, you're going to have your cord, your little USB adapter here. And I'm going to assume there's probably like a SIM card tool in here, your manual. We're not going to be putting the SIM card in it just yet because she's not home. I'm not going to activate it. We're just going to kind of unbox it, maybe turn it on, and then I'll just reset it for her later when she gets home. But there is what we have inside the box there. So you come back to your phone. So before I peel this front piece off, you can just kind of take a look and see here. Obviously we know we got the camera bar there. You guys can see it's actually it's pretty thin, and it is metal around the sides, or at least it feels to be metal around the sides. It does feel very slippery, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you put a case on here as soon as you possibly can, because it's slippery and it's going to be a fingerprint magnet. But it does feel good in the hands. It doesn't feel too big, although it's slightly bigger than the previous versions here. But here we go. It's not much of a peel, but got that peel there. And I mean, there's really not much to go over, not much to show you. You got your USB-C down at the bottom. You got some speakers there. You got a microphone up at the top. You have your volume rocker over on the side here, and you have your power button. So there's not too much going on there. Let's just go ahead and fire it up here. You guys will definitely see more of the UI in the full review. We'll go ahead and make sure we record the screen so that way you can actually see what's going on the device here. Now I'm going to go through and just set it up without any Google account or anything like that, just to kind of get into it real quick here. So it says, welcome to your Pixel. It's asking for a language here, and it's vibrating. Obviously you guys can't see it vibrating there, but it is kind of vibrating at me here. We're going to go ahead and click Get Started. Okay. Connect to a mobile network. If you have your SIM card, insert it now. We're going to say skip. I'm going to try to get you guys to see this as much as possible, but I can't really see it there, so. Alright, so it's going to try to connect to the Wi-Fi. Let me go ahead and connect it to the Wi-Fi real fast here. Alright, so it says getting the phone ready here. While it's kind of going through its stages here, I will say, you know, I didn't pick this color. I didn't think it was really going to be a color for me, but it's honestly not a horrible color. It's, you know, I thought it was going to be a little bit more yellowy than it is. It's almost like a, I don't want to say a rose gold color, but it's kind of like on the iPhone they had the rose gold and then they had the gold color. It's kind of a mixture between the rose gold and the gold. So I mean, it's kind of a cool color, to be honest. It's not horrible, but I did go with the what do they call it, cloudy white or whatever it's called. I went with the white variant, so I'm excited to get mine. Hopefully it's coming any day now. I don't know what they got going on. And it says click next. We're going to say don't copy for right now. Okay, it's checking some info here. And when it wants us to sign in, we're going to say skip, and we're going to skip. And accept. Alright, so I just had to kind of skip through a bunch of things there, but let's just see what we get here in just a moment. Alright, I'm sure it's got some other things that it's got to do here. It's probably going to be alerting me, but you can kind of see it actually looks pretty nice when you just first get into it there. I know there's not a whole bunch to look at right now, and you know, it's still doing some stuff in the background there, but just first glance, without me doing anything, changing any settings or anything, it does look pretty nice. Obviously you can go in and kind of tweak things and whatnot, but if we go ahead and swipe down from the top, you can kind of see what the menu system looks like there, or the notification bar I should say, and swipe down again. So I mean it looks pretty clean. Obviously in the full review we're going to go way more in depth into this here, but I will say just off the bat, just first looks and the feel in the hand and everything, it feels like a quality phone. It feels nice. It doesn't, although it's bigger, it doesn't feel too big. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty excited to jump into it here and kind of see how everything goes. Hopefully, some of the things that people have talked about in the reviews can be, you know, adjusted with some software updates and things of that nature to get it to where it needs to be. But I'm definitely excited that it's finally here, and I can't wait to see what else it brings going forward here. Now, let's go ahead and jump into these Pixel Buds real fast. Again, you got the front of them there. On one side, shows you like the front profile view there. The other side just says Google. You have the Google logo there, and some of your spec stuff on the back there. So not a whole lot going on in either of the boxes there, but I did want to make sure to kind of show you guys in case you were wondering. So full disclosure, I did peel the plastic off because I had gotten these a day before the phone came in, and I was going to try to use them on my current phone, and I said, you know what, let's go ahead and just do an unboxing when we do the phone. So I peeled the plastic off, but I haven't opened it yet. So these are the Pixel Bud A series. I really haven't done too much research on them, but they came free. They're normally $100, and they came free with the pre-order, so I said, why not? Let's go ahead and jump into them here. So as you open the lid here, you got your Pixel Buds there. Underneath, you got a little flap. You can take that out. You got another little thing here. Underneath that, looks like it's your cord. So you're going to have your full-size USB-A to your USB-C over here. And looks like we have a little manual and potentially some different size ear tips there. So I'm glad to see that they got those in there, because at least for my wife, her biggest thing is that she can't find ones that fit in her ear properly, so I like that they do actually include the different tips there, so that is nice to have. Let's get all this trash out of our way here. So here you have your little case. I mean, I think it's smaller than AirPods. I don't own any AirPods, but I've seen them before, but I think the case might be a little bit smaller. I think it might feel a little bit heavier to me, but I haven't held them in my any AirPods in my hand in a little while, but it feels like it might be a little heavier. But let's go ahead and peel this plastic off and see what we got. Okay. So down at the bottom, you have your USB-C to charge them. And you have what I'm assuming is a little pair button in the back. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there's a little pair button back there. At least that's what I assume it to be. And it's kind of got an angled little design here, so let me see the best way to do this. So you can flip it up, and there you have the Pixel Buds, it looks like it actually came on. It's going to try to start pairing here. I don't really want to pair them to anything just yet. I want to see that process later on, but here you have at least one Pixel Bud. They are so small it's hard to really get it in here. So definitely keep an eye out for a full review on these Pixel Buds, on how fast they pair up and everything else. I'll try to answer as many things as possible. Of course, if you guys want to leave any questions down below in the comments on this video to make sure that I get them answered in the full review, go ahead and do so. It's probably going to be, like I said, a couple weeks to a month before I actually get a full review out for the phone and for the Pixel Buds. They'll most likely be two separate videos, so that way I can kind of tackle both things there. But I'm excited to see where these Pixels go here, and especially with the Pro variants that we purchased here. So if there's anything that I forgot to mention, I'll leave it down in the description down below. Of course, if there's anything you guys noticed that I forgot, make sure to leave it in the comments down below. I do hope that I was able to help you guys today. Hopefully you learned a little something with this unboxing here. And hopefully you guys are as excited as I am to go ahead and see what the Pixel 6 line is going to bring. I do have a feeling there's probably going to be a version 2 quicker than we know here, but I guess time will tell. But I'm excited to see how it's going to go with the new Tensor chip here. But that's all I got for you guys here today. If you guys did enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified of any new videos to come out. Please make sure to share this video across any social media platform that you like. You can also follow the links on the screen to the older videos. And until next time, guys, stay nerdy.